People might want to know how I'm doing with ozone. I've been using it since the 5th, so like 5 days or so. And it's amazing. I don't think it's a sole Lyme treatment because it doesn't really get everywhere in the body, but you can get it in your lymph and your blood and your brain and nervous system, and so that's a lot of your body, right? But I'm definitely still doing other treatments in addition to it. It's kind of nice just to hit it from a lot of different angles. The bad news first. The bad news is I'm really tired from this, and actually I'm getting kind of depressed while I'm doing it, and it seems like I get depressed because I get more Lyme in my brain or something, and more infections in my brain. So if I do a lot of ear insufflations, then I feel happier. Yesterday I just felt so happy and amazing, like I was in a waterfall and just like after I did a lot of ear insufflations. It's also really tricky figuring out the dosage because a lot of things seem to impact like how much ozone you actually get in you, like maybe like what you've eaten or how many antioxidants you're eating, or it's also like kind of hard on the oxygen flow thing. The oxygen flow thing will really affect the dosage. It's taken me a while to figure out like how much ozone to give myself, because sometimes I feel like I've done way too much where I was like floored from die off. Other times I'm like, I could have done more, I wasn't doing enough. So, and it's also, you gotta keep like, it seems like a big learning curve of figuring out like how much your body wants. The good news is I feel like there's a way out of all this, and I feel sometimes when I'm taking this, the ozone, I feel like my old self, and it scares me because here's what I realize. What I realize is that when you're in the middle of Lyme, it's sort of like Odysseus and the Sirens, where it's like it seems so normal and inescapable, and you're just in this sort of fog. Like I feel like I was in sort of a fog about it, where I was just like strangely accepting of it, and also strangely unable to really do much to get myself out of it, because I really couldn't concentrate to figure out what was I going to do to get out of it. I was kind of like, well, I'll do this and I'll try that, but I wasn't ever like, David, we're gonna figure this out the way people, and I feel like ozone, at least, to say the least for it, it's at least giving me hours here and there where I feel mentally conscious, where I can actually sit down. So I'll spend a lot of time just like sitting at the table, like writing out my plan, how to attack the different angles, and sort of theorizing about it. Or I'm doing a lot of writing to different people now on CureZone and YouTube, and just trying to pull together, because what we're really going by, we don't have any clinical data, so we're going by sort of like the summation of what we can tell from people's experiences, and it's sort of this fuzzy logic, not fuzzy logic, but it's a sort of a holistic thing, like we're detectives, because it's not like we can just go design a study. It's more like we've got to kind of pull together a lot of circumstantial evidence and decide how much weight we give to any particular evidence, and also think for ourselves. And there's a lot of cases where you can't even just go by what other people do. You've got to like look at what they're doing and say, does this seem good or not for me in my own case, and even thinking about the problem differently, like, is it really Lyme that's the problem, or is there a different problem? How would I characterize the problem? And so I feel like I'm able to think a lot better about treatment. And my mom can tell a difference too. Like when she was leaving for work this evening, she's like, Andre, I can tell you're getting better. You seem more present. I don't know that I seem that present in this video because I'm really tired right now. And it frustrates me that it's like I can see a lot of the improvement myself, like in my head. I can see the change. Sometimes I'm just standing there and I'm like, I'm just astounded by the difference. But I'm not able to like show it externally because I'm so tired. And a lot of the times I'm just taking like a 2 or 3 hour nap every day. And it's not like, it doesn't feel like usual herxing. Like I don't feel sluggish and nasty the way I do with a lot of herxing, where you're just killing bacteria. I feel it's just this like particular feeling that I've only had with ozone before, but never had with anything else. It's just this feeling of kind of like depression, and also of like, but not the way I usually feel depression now, and just sort of, because ozone's supposed to help you mentally. It's supposed to give more oxygen to your brain, so you at times I have a better mood than usual, which is this feeling of like a lot of immune activation, probably a lot of detoxing from a lot of chemicals, and they call it like a healing crisis when you start ozone. And it's funny because like with a lot of treatments, if you're having a lot of die-off, you stop the treatment or you cut back on the treatment. Where with ozone, you just keep going, and because it's sort of like I feel like it's like a merry-go-round. You're off the merry-go-round, and you want to run and jump on it. And so you just have to make that jump and like start going with it at that pace, like whatever pace it's going to be working for you for the ozone. I mean, you build up slowly, obviously, but it's sort of like you just start the process going where your immune system is working at a certain rate, your detox is going at a certain rate, and everything. And it's just so I feel kind of like dead to the world right now, and it's been kind of hard for me to like socialize or do much else, and because it's this sort of like generalized like I just feel kind of dazed and kind of like a lot is going on, a lot, but I also feel like strangely relieved to find that there's something this powerful, and I also just I'm a lot, I don't know. I don't think ozone is going to be the only thing that works, but I think it's really nice to have this piece of the puzzle. I find myself really grateful that it exists. And I got my stuff from PromoLife. They have like decent, it's not that expensive. I mean, for ozone, it's not super expensive, and they have really great customer service, but there are cheaper places to get it. I was just reading on Curzone about like Synergy ozone generators, and you can always just get a water ozonator for like even like 150 or so, and just drink a shitload of ozonated water, and that won't get everywhere in your body, but that'll do a lot. I was doing that before I got the ozone generator, and that was doing a lot for me. And especially helps with your gut, like anything in your gut that doesn't like oxygen. So anyway, that's all for now. I'm gonna go either rest or do an ozone sauna, one or the other.